Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to CyberBytes channel, where we bring you awesome tools that can be useful to you in your regular pen tests, bug bounty hunting, and other examinations that you might be trying. So today we will be having yet another interesting tool that is called Divide and Scan. So first of all, a very big thank you to the creator of this tool, Snow Crash. So this tool is very much useful in penetration testing engagements where you have to scan a huge group of targets in a network, maybe subnets or you can say lots of subnets in case. So this tool is very much useful and we can actually automate this task of a host discovery and port scanning and subsequent steps. So using divide and scan, we can pretty much automate this task and we can get a list of hosts in the network and then we can perform Nmap scans to discover open ports and other relevant information and create a report for the same. So we get a combined report as well as a report for each individual host that we have scanned in the network. So divide and scan actually uses the divide and conquer technique to solve the host discovery and port scanning problem. Now, as we can see from this image here, that the tool performs in following stages. So first stage is basically a full-blown port scan against a given target range. So using high-speed scanners like Mass-Scan, Rust-Scan, Nabu, etc. and save the output details in a local database. That's the first step. Now in the second step, Nmap actually will fire scans against individual hosts that have been discovered in the previous stage. In the next stage, Nmap scans are fired against the individual hosts that have been discovered in the previous stage with Nmap outputs for each and every host that have been scanned. Now in the final stage, the tool Nmap merger comes into play and combines the individual reports that has been created by Nmap scan into a single report into multiple formats like HTML, XML, GNmap, Nmap formats. So that's the very actually you can say automating the whole task from discovery till port scanning and getting to know the service version of the hosts that are in the network. So that's a very actually neat concept and neat tool that will actually save a lot of time for you. So this approach is generally very useful in following scenarios. Say for example, if you are having a pen test engagement as I described earlier, or red teaming exercises where you are up against a full subnet or subnets of your target network, and actually this will actually pretty much automate your work and it will give you a very good result for that also, and also useful for certification exams like OSCP or other equivalent exams where actually you have to perform proper host discovery and then go after the targets one after the other. So let us now get to the installation part, but before that, our disclaimer.
This channel does not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
Now let us hop on to the installation part. Now for the installation of this tool, we will be following the readme file that is provided on the GitHub page, and we'll start with that and we'll proceed according to that. So let us move to our GitHub part where the readme file is visible. So this is the link that will be provided in the description section for this GitHub page. So this is the introduction part that we have been discussing. Now installation part can be done in two ways. First is you can install Nmap separately, then Mass-Scan separately, and if you want an option of Mass-Scan, you can also use Rust-Scan as an alternative, or you can also use Nabu if you want. So I haven't used Nabu or Rust-Scan, so I will be working with Mass-Scan. So rather than following these instructions line by line, you can do that also. There is no issue in that. So there is another easier way that we can follow. That is, we can actually use the Docker image. So it is fairly straightforward. I will be starting to show you each and every command that is shown here, and we will be understanding what these commands are and how they work. Also, we will be seeing this demonstration on Kali Linux, that is the VM that is running on my machine here, and later on we will connect with the virtual labs. So this is our terminal here. We have connected to our Kali virtual machine via SSH, and we will be starting with installation of Docker, and we will be proceeding with subsequent steps that have been shown in the readme file. So let us check if we have Docker in our default fresh installation of Kali. So Docker is not there, so we will be using sudo apt update, and then after you update, basically my machine is updated, so I won't be running this command. So after updating, you can just give the command sudo apt install docker.io. sudo password, and we will be proceeding with the installation like so. So by the time this installation is running, I will just pause the video for a while. Alright, so we have now installed Docker. Now we will just enable Docker service, and we will be using this command. Alright, so our Docker service is enabled and Docker is ready to go. Now we can use this command from the readme file, and we can actually use them to start our divide and scan tool. So this is the command that we'll be using. We need to run as sudo, and there we go. Now it should try. So it is not finding the image locally, so it will pull the image. Now let me just show you what are the arguments and what actually they mean. So basically we are telling Docker to run this image in interactive mode, and it is -rm. That is basically an argument that is used to just terminate the application whenever our work is done. So we are not actually, this is for demonstration purposes. So we are running this application only when we are using it right now, and then we are not using it later on. So we'll just destroy the image, and if we want, we can actually pull it later on. So locally it will download this image, and locally it will set up itself. Now next is a name. So name that we are giving is DAS, that is the divide and scan, that is the short form for that. And we are basically putting the PWD, that is basically we are putting our directory, and the app directory is within the container of this DAS Docker image. So it is mounting to the Docker's app. So why actually we are doing this is because this tool when run, it will actually create some files. It will create some it will write to the file system. So we are providing a path of our local file system to this Docker's file system as a link, and so that we can actually write, and we can go with to and fro. It will let the you can say let this thing write up and go with the scans and generate reports and all this stuff. So our divide and scan tool has been installed, and it has been installed successfully. So let us give a small this same command again, and okay, so this is so it is running now. What we will do is, we will rather than running this command again and again and again, so what we will do is we'll put an alias in our terminal. So for that, what we will do is, let us first switch to super user mode. So we will be running all the commands in elevated privileges only. So for that, basically we will be using sudo -s, and we will be entering the super user mode. Now, so basically what we will do is, we will first go to a directory and desktop. We will create a directory, say for example DNS, so divide and scan, that is our directory, and we'll just change to DNS. So whatever the work for this video we'll be doing in the DNS folder. So we'll run this command. So yeah, we'll run this command again, and yes, now we'll put an alias. We are putting DAS, that is what we want, and yep, like this. And this command again, we are putting it. So this will be the alias for our tool. So each and every time we need to just put DAS, and our tool will run for us. Alright, so let us see the help file. So it is a pretty small help file, and we'll be using the help file, and it is telling me that add, scan and report. These are the three options that you can use, and you can use it as per the information. So I will be showing you some of the most common usage and most, you can say, productive usage. As you can see that you can just quickly hop on and you can run with that. So the first command that we can use is basically after this alias. So what we will do is, we will just first, alright, after everything is set up, we will be now demonstrating the tool against a virtual network. A big shout out and thank you to Falcon Cybertech for providing us with the access to the virtual labs for safe testing for divide and scan tool. Now I will highly recommend you, the viewers who are watching this video, and if you are planning to practice and learn web and network security assessments or if you are planning for pen testing, practicing pen testing, and you want a safe environment where you can launch all your attacks and all your tools and everything like that. So Falcon CyberTech is providing you virtual labs, and it is a good alternative, and it is quite economical also. So you can access the wide range of cyber labs 24/7 on a dedicated and secure infrastructure, and excellent support these guys have. And these guys provide you virtual labs via VPN, so you need not to worry about setting up your virtual environment for testing, learning and practicing. So that's a basically good thing. If you have a moderate powered laptop or desktop and you still want to practice it, so this is a good thing. You just get a open VPN file and you just connect it via open VPN client, and there you go. You can actually access a whole bunch of virtual machines that are ready to be tested, and you can actually have fun with that. So created especially for this video a special discount coupon that Falcon CyberTech is offering you of 20% on their subscription of Cyber Labs, and the link and the offer code is provided in the description section. So without further ado, let us start now. So let us now connect to our VPN, and we will be getting our subnet to which we can actually run our divide and scan tool. So let us connect to VPN now. So now we are connected to the VPN labs, and now let us have a look at the range that we will be testing out. So specifically created for this video, we have a range to scan, that is the subnet of 192.168.90.0 through 24, and the targets that we will be adding via this command. So this is the command that we'll be using, and I'll be showing you what is the you can say, I'm just directly copying the command for the sake of ease, and I'll be explaining what the command is. So here I have added the command, that is I will be explaining you what is the command here. So we are the alias that we have created in the previous step, that is the DAS, that is the alias for the Docker container to be run, and we are adding a database with the name of VLabs. So all our test result will be stored in the database called VLabs. And now we will be using the mass scan as our tool to discover hosts, and we are specifying the interface E with the switch E, which is the E0 interface of our Kali Linux. We are actually using a rate of packets that have to be thrown, that is 100 packets per second. So it is quite okay, not too fast and not too slow, so that will get us to our scan. Next is the range option that we can use. So range, actually we can use the range that we have got is 192.168.90.0 through 24. There is another option that you can use with range also. So for example, if you want to range, the range from 90 through 100 to basically 192.168.90. Say for example, that range is up to 150. You can use like this also. If you have a list of file, you can put the input list, and you will be putting the name of the file test list.txt or whatever you have. So remember that whatever list that you use, the list should be having IP address at each line, and unique IP address should be there. Don't specify any range, so 110 to 115 or 110 to 140. Don't do that. It will actually throw an error and it will exit. So if you want to specify a range, use the previous option range. So here for the sake of our demonstration, I will be using the range option. And we are using the 192.168.90. Say for example, I want to scan from 0 through 24. I want to scan all the range. I want to see what are the hosts available in this range. I will do that, and I will just run the scan. So it will take a bit of time, as actually I have set the option to be 100 packets per second. So it will take some time. So I will pause the video by then, and I will be coming back when the database is populated and our scan is completed. Alright, so our scan is complete, and it took about 7 minutes to complete the scan, and it found out a total of 20 hosts. So let us have a look at the host and how it is stored in the database. So we will be in this working folder DNS. So this is our folder. Now let us have a look at the files that have been created. So .db is the hidden folder that is created at each run of the divide and scan tool, and all the details are stored in that folder. So let us move to that folder and see. So cd, and yeah, so here is the folder of raw, and there is another you can say JSON file called vlabs.json. So all our database, all the port to host entries and or host to port entries are stored in this JSON file. So let us see. So in this way it is stored. So there is a neat way to view what ports are connected with what host and what is the discovery status. So what we can do is we can just give this command and see. And yes, one more thing I forgot to mention here, sorry about that. So what actually the range here, range that have been shown in, also here the top ports option that I forgot to mention. Basically this is same as Nmap's top ports option, and we have to give a numerical value for that. So we are providing that. So if you want, you can give this option also, top ports 150. If you want, you can give top ports 100 also. If you want, that is also possible. Or if you want to specifically do a full-fledged port scan, say for example 65535 or 49157 or till wherever you wish to, so you can do that. You can give this port range like this also, that is also possible. You can do that also. You can also give specific ports. You can, if you are searching for specific ports in the subnet, so that is also possible. You can do that also. So this is one option that I forgot to mention, sorry about that, but yes, it is useful. Now let us see another important command that we can use and see how actually our host and ports look like. And yeah, this is the command that we'll be using, and we'll just copy it for the sake of speed. And yes, so basically this is the command. We are actually telling divide and scan to use the database vlabs and show the hosts, all the hosts we need to just show. So it just a second, got an issue. Okay, so I will just go back and give this command again. Okay, so I was in the wrong folder, that's why it happened. So this is the mapping that it is showing to me. So 192.168.90.101 is having two open ports, that is 20, 22 and 444. Next 103 is having subsequent ports that have been opened. Next 11 ports, 2 ports, and so on and so forth. So in this way you can actually have a look on how actually you can see the host to port mapping. Now we can use this use another command in a different way to see what ports to host mapping is there. So we are using ports here. So this will be showing us for which port which hosts are there. So it is totally up to you how actually you are using this thing. Now let us have a look at how actually we can use Nmap in the second stage, and we can use parallelly. There are two options that we can use as per the documentation, that you can use Nmap to scan sequentially. So first it will take one host, scan it, and then proceed to next host. Next option is you can use the parallel option, where actually you tell Nmap to run the scans in parallel. So it will be a bit of better in performance wise, and you will be getting the results very soon. So we will be looking at both of the commands. I will be running only one of them, so I will be using the parallel command for that. All right, so yeah, this is the thing. So yeah, this is the command. Copy it and paste in the terminal. There we go. Okay, so this is the command. So basically we are telling to scan from the database name vlabs, and we are using all the hosts, and output format will be output in all formats. So Nmap, GNmap, XML, HTML also will be also there. And the good thing about this is that it will be creating combined report file also. So I'll be showing you that, and we will be using the two Nmap, and we are specifying no ping, service version detection, and script scan, and along with that we are using the operating system detection, and we are using in parallel switch. So parallel it will scan, and let us see. So it has started to scan a total of 20 hosts. So it will take a bit of time for that. I will pause the video by then, and I will be coming back when the scan is completed. Okay, so our scan is completed, and you can see here that it has spawned multiple processes, and it has scanned all our hosts that were in the database, and it is processing the report file for each and every host. Here you can see, and it is also merging the XML report and merging HTML report also. So all the extension, as said, XML, HTML, Nmap, GNmap, all are processed. Now there is another option that you can try if you want to scan. It is a sequential scanning that it is giving. So yeah, this is the no, not this option, sorry. And there. So here it is the option. I copy. Yeah, let me just put it back again. Yeah, so this is the option that another option that you can use without the parallel switch. You can just specify to use the database, that is VLabs, and we are using all the hosts in the database, and we are using the output of the report, and we are just telling the divide and scan to just scan. So if it is scanning, so it will start with the Nmap only, and it will just create the result for you. So it will be sequential scan, not parallel, so it will take a bit of more time rather than the previous scan that we showed. So yeah, this is the option that you can do. All right, now let me show you where the scans are stored. So let me just look at the folder. See here. So here all the parallel reports have been generated, and you can, if you want, you can just look here and see there is another folder called .nmap. So in this folder you can see that all the individual hosts, XML, GNmap, Nmap extension files have been created. So in case if you want for a report for a single specific host, you can use XML file or GNmap or Nmap format, whatever suits you, or you can just create the XML file to HTML file from XSLT proc on the fly. So that is also possible, but we are actually much more focused on getting the complete HTML report, so that we will see. Now let us have a look at the HTML report now. So now after the report is generated in the various formats that we require, now what we can do is we will just have a look at the HTML report. So what I have done is I have just copied this HTML reports, that is VLabs report parallel.html, to my Apache folder. So what we will do is we'll just have a look at this folder, not the folder, but the file from the server that I have set up. So that is quite easy. I will just show you, and there we go, this browser, and this is the report that we just scanned recently, and we got 20 IP addresses, and the IP report for each IP address is there. So you can just toggle down and you can see what is the result for the report, and you can actually have a look at what is the service, the reason for the detection, the product name, the version, and extra information if at all it is available. So yes, all the hosts have been scanned, and yeah, you got this, and the result of the scripts also that we ran. So with the command line, which also has the script argument, so that script is also running, and it is also giving the information that is required. So the most important information for initial information gathering has been done by our tool Divide and Scan. So I would highly recommend this tool if you are doing any pen test or for a big infrastructure, if it is having a lots of hosts and you need to discover the host. So this is a very good tool and a very good way actually to perform your penetration tests and V assessments in a methodical manner. So in this way, this was about the tool that we saw today about on our channel Cyberbytes. And if you are interested in getting, you can say, if you want to learn Nmap the proper way, the right way, I have also the course for you, and I have also added the description details of the course on Udemy. You can actually go there and you can have a look at that. I will be putting a discount coupon for that also. So yes, and also if you like my work and like the video, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, if you have any demand that I should show a demonstration for a tool that you want to see in a proper approach, I will be more than happy to receive your inputs from your side. So kindly drop the you can say comments in the comment section, and kindly provide me the feedback. And certainly if you like my work, kindly like the video. You can subscribe my channel, so kindly do share, and I think this video will be helpful to you. So till then, stay safe. Goodbye.